Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my February 2024 book haul. So there was a lot of pre-orders this month that I knew I was getting, so I was trying to be so good and not buy that many books. I still bought quite a few books. I have 14 books to show you. I didn't mean to buy that many. I was doing really good up until like the last week, and then I bought a few here and there. And actually, I bought more. I would have had more books to show you, but they got rejected from the Amazon locker that I used. I had a gift card, so I had $50 to use. And so I bought 3 books, and they never showed. They rejected it. So I don't know what happened to that locker, if it was broken or too full, like 3 days in a row. I don't know, but they canceled my order. I was not happy. Anyway, point is, yeah, those books have been reordered after I got my gift card money back, and then I bought them again, but those will be in next month's because it all happened in March. So, but I still bought too many books. Anyway, so I did have quite a few pre-orders. I have only one used one, and then I have some other new ones that I bought. But I have one book that I bought new that it was so cheap, but I had to buy it because it's a series I enjoyed, and it's one I've read before, which is Witches Get Stuff Done by Molly Harper. This is the Starfall Point series. There's at least 2 books. The series has 2 audiobooks out right now. I think they're Audible exclusives up until, and then they get a paper. The first one got a paperback already. I'm hoping for the second one at some point. I really enjoyed this series. I think there's going to be a 3rd book next year or later this year. I meant later this year. I'm hoping. So I might get to listen to that on audio first through the Audible Plus, but we'll see. But so far I really like this. This one is a woman goes to gets, I think, notice that her aunt has passed away and that she's inherited this house, and she gets to this island, and it turns out that there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of stuff about her family that she didn't know, and so she's kind of stuck on this island now in this house with a lot of like witchy, ghostly things, and she and the local librarian have not a meet cute, and but things kind of develop later with them, and then she kind of gets to know some of the residents on this small island, and creates a friend group kind of thing. And then again, the other females will get their book. The second book was off of one of those, and then I'm hoping the 3rd one will be the other one. Anyway, I really enjoyed it. It was just fun. It kind of set me on a Molly Harper when I listened to this on audio. So I just wanted a physical copy because it was really cheap, and I do like this series. This is a series I will reread. I might even reread it right before when the 3rd book is announced or is going to be out. So anyway, we'll see what happens, but I got the first book. I just have to wait for the second one in paperback. We'll see if that happens. The only used book I bought was The Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. I just caved one day. And again, I think I just watched too many videos about people's favorites from last year and things that they really enjoyed. And I just, the fantasy romance is just getting to me. So this is, it's a fair copy. Again, I got it used, so I didn't pay super amount off for it. It's just, I wasn't expecting to buy this. I don't know why I did. I probably should just waited for the paperback, but I bought it. So hopefully I'll try to get to this. We'll see what happens. I don't know much about this at all. I actually just bought this kind of on a whim. I know it's a series that's going to have to do with the Prince of, I think the Deadly Sins. I'm not quite sure. No, this is the Prince of Envy. And then I actually don't have a clue what I'm getting into. I just hear it's sexy, and some part of it ends fantasy romance. We'll see what happens. This might not have been my best purchase, but I bought it used. So there is that. So we'll see. If you guys have read that, let me know what you thought. Let's talk about my pre-orders. My pre-order of The Burning Witch, book 2 by Delam Hawk. I just don't know how to say that. Which is in the series of The House Witch. This is this would be book 6, right? Yeah, of the overall, but it's book 2 in the Burning Witch trilogy. So This one was, I was supposed to get this at the end of January, and it just never showed up until like mid-February. It took forever to get there. This is not very long compared to some of the other ones. It's only 386 pages. So I am going to get to this hopefully in the next few months. I just not in, not right away. But this is this is a fantasy, cozy fantasy, and we're following the children of the characters from the first 3 books, The House Witch. And I just adore this series. It's just a great fantasy series with, again, the House Witch has where Finn comes to work in the castle to be the cook. And he has he is a house witch, but he doesn't let anybody know. He just kind of, he is very much homey and wants everything to run right. But he's really grumpy and it's his interactions with people in the castle. And then the dangers of living in the castle where the king lives. And it was just in the royal family, and it was great. There's a great love story in that one, and then it continues on with the other books. And again, this is the next one. I don't know, I think the 3rd book is supposed to be out sometime this year. I don't remember. I think it's late. It's either May or it's later than that. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because it's only up for pre-order for the ebooks, and I buy the physicals. So anyway, I will continue in this series. I might wait till the 3rd book's out. I don't know, but I really liked a book 1 of the Burning Witch. So we'll see. I want to see where it goes because things happened in that I did not expect. And as I said, I just really enjoyed that, and so I want to continue that. I did get The Hollow Dead by Darcy Coates, which is the 4th book in the Grave Keeper series. So I've really enjoyed this one. I finally bought my own copies last year. So I had to get book 4. I've been getting them through my library. So this is about Kira, who in the 1st book wakes up, doesn't know who she is, and she just knows people are out to get her, and this priest kind of helps her kind of hide away from them, and then he helps her kind of establish kind of a routine where she becomes the caretaker of this graveyard. And then she starts to realize that she sees things there, and again, it's very ghostly and very nice, and it's her meeting some of the other people in this small town, and then it's her trying to figure out, you know, who these people are who are after her, and why are they after her, and what was her past life, you know, what was she like before she has amnesia. And then, as I said, every book has been different. I've really enjoyed them overall. I'm looking forward to seeing how this progresses. I just haven't had a chance to get to it, but anyway, so that one's another one in a series that I have read. The starting of a new series as a fantasy is A Flame in the North by Lilith St. Crow. Again, Lilith St. Crow, I've liked a lot of her books, and I like the Dante Valentine series, and then I read the Spring's Arcana. What was the name of that series? Something about the Death God series. Anyway, I really enjoyed that duology last year. So anyway, this is her new series. The 2nd book is coming out pretty soon, like I think June. So I would really like to get to this earlier than, just so I know if I want to order that one too. This one is a North inspired fantasy, and I think the something happens where she is, I feel like she goes in, she's taken as this woman is taken as captive because of something I think her brother does, or something happens. Yeah, her brother kills somebody, you know, powerful, and she is taken as the hostage, and then I think things just kind of go from there. I'm not sure enough about it, but I trust Lilith St. Crow just enough to try her epic fantasy. I know I have a whole other series of her that I haven't even tried that's under a pen name. But I want to read this one because it's the newest one, and it's Norse, you know, kind of mythology. I don't know if it's a mythology is in there, but it's like inspired because it has ancient myth and stuff, but it says Norse inspired. So Norse inspired. So anyway, I do want to try to get to this soon. I don't know if I will, but I would really like to try that. I did get What Feasts at Night by T. Kingfisher, which is the next book in this series. I don't know if this series has a name. The 1st book was What Moves the Dead, and I really enjoyed that one. That was off of the House, The Fall of Usher, kind of a remix on that, which was really good and kind of creepy. So this one has the same Alex, who is, I think, going home and something's happened there. So I don't know anything beyond this. I've actually tried not to look too much into it because it is so short. I don't even know if this is based off of, like has, it's off of another story or something, kind of like how the other one was. But anyway, I do want to read this hopefully fairly soon because it is short, and I did buy it, and I just pre-ordered it. And I do like T. Kingfisher overall, like a hit and miss kind of thing, but I do like that. I did buy Bride by Ali Hazelwood because, again, it's paranormal romance. So this one has to do with a vampire, and I think she's supposed to marry the alpha male, the alpha wolf, so I don't know. I just heard really good things about this. Again, I do like Ali Hazelwood. Overall, on the stuff I have read from her, I still have a book or two of hers to read, but I just love this kind of a story. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to, marriage of convenience. So we'll see what happens. I've heard really good things about this, and again, it's my kind of thing, so I bought that, or pre-ordered that. And then the last one is one I just got today that when I filmed this is because it was in the mail, but it came out at the end of February, and that is The Lady in Glass and Other Stories by Anne Bishop. So I should not have bought this hardcover, but I just did because I was just in an Anne Bishop mood because I'm rereading the Others series. So she's an author where I love that series, the Others in the World of the Others. I love those books. And I have read the first book of the Black Jewels series, but I haven't continued on. I need to reread that book and then continue on. But these are short stories. Some of them are from the Black Jewels series. Some are from the Others series. And then some are from other stuff that she's written over the years. So I'm curious on this. Yes, this was probably, of all the things I bought, this is probably the one I probably shouldn't have bought. I should have just got it from the library or waited till paperback, but I got it. It's here. It's the way things are. I don't make all the good decisions all the time. And then I bought a few things just here and there. One of them is a nonfiction, Story-Worthy, Engage, Teach, Persuade, and Change Your Life Through the Power of Storytelling by Matthew Dix. So I heard about this I don't know if it was on a NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month kind of thing, or somebody talking about writing. But somebody had I've been looking for, to get myself back into writing. I have a lot of writing books. I've read all of them, and they're all different, like specific things. And I'm still looking for something to help me just kind of get started, it's not like a prompt book or anything like that, because that's a whole nother thing. But this is talking about how to take things that in everyday life and then use that in stories. Now, not like writing about your life in the story, but taking moments and ideas and thoughts and stuff. And I think that's what it's looking at, is what is things that you just see every day that you can use in a story, and how can you use that. And I think that's what this book is. I'm not positive. Again, I just remember seeing one person talk about it, or I read something on them. So I bought this kind of on a whim, but I just feel like I need another writing book too. I have one other one I want to read that I bought last year that I didn't get to. So there's these two writing books I'd like to get to in the next few months, because I really want to get back to writing, and I've just been not able to do it. And I'm looking for ways to, get around that. Then I have two fantasy romances. One is Grace Draven's Entreat Me. And this is one that's been on my wish list for a really long time. And I just finally just clicked the button to buy it. And it has to do, I think it's supposed to be like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And I think it's her sister and some guy are she's worried about her sister choosing this other guy, and she goes to wherever they're at, and it's actually the father of the man who with her. Anyway, and then there's something beast involved. I'm not sure. I've just heard really good things about this. And again, I really liked Radiance, and I need to probably reread that to continue that series, because it's been so many years now, a couple years now. But I did want to try this one, and it's one of hers that fantasy romances I've been wanting to try. I picked this one up kind of on a whim, and it was so cheap. And I don't know anything about it, and I don't know anybody who's read it. And it's called Shadows of the Lost by Maxim M. Martineau. And this is a male fantasy romance. I think it has to do, I think so. I think that's what this one was. I know this guy, he's lost something, or he was died and brought back, and so he doesn't understand what happened. And then the other guy knows what's happened, but there's some attraction there. I don't know, it's something like that. So there's some fantasy elements. I don't know. I don't even know why I bought this. This is one of those ones where I'm like, it's been on my wish list for a while, and it dropped so low in price that I just bought it one day, and that's what happens when you're weak. So if anybody's read this, let me know what you thought. I don't know. I don't know enough about that one. And then I bought Punking Around by Emily Rath because I'm trying to get onto, I'm reading more contemporary romances that I have in years, and like 20 years. And so I've picked up some, and I've really enjoyed some. And you know, I hadn't picked up a hockey romance one, and I just read The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, which is my only 5-star read so far this year. But that was about football. And so everybody talks about hockey romances, and I'm like, okay, I need to pick one. And I think I saw this one on Izzy for Happy For Now. I think this was one of the series that she really liked from last year. I'm not sure. I swear it was on her channel, but I'm not positive. Anyway, but they were talking about hockey. Somebody was talking about hockey romance. And this one is a wide shoes one, I think, or there's 3 of them. I don't know. It just sounded good. I think, so I don't actually know anything about it except that's that. That's about all I know. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, I think it was, yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I've been curious to pick that up. Of course, it's like chunky, like it's super big. I mean, it's like 575 pages. And I know this series has several books in it. I don't know if they follow the same people or not. I'll have to look. And well, again, I want to try this one, so we'll see how that goes. So if you read that, let me know. And then on the last day of the month, Barnes & Noble was having, they had triple stamps, you know, whatever. I think if you were was a member or whatever. So I had to go in because I hadn't been in there since January, I think. I don't think, so yeah. And I hadn't bought anything from them. So it took a while for me to find something, and I kind of wish I'd looked a little harder, but they didn't have a whole lot out. My store is notorious for not having a whole bunch of the buy one, get one half off, which is what I like to go in there for. And their fantasy is always the same fantasy. I'm like, I own all these. So the one fantasy that I picked out that I'm taking a chance on, because I don't know anybody who's read it, but it's the only one that sounded interesting to me that I didn't own, which was Tonight I Burn by Catherine Adams, One Witch, One Spark. So this has to do with a woman. I think she's a thorn witch, I guess is what it is. And so somebody has to go out into the veil between life and death and do this burn or whatever. And one night her sister goes out but doesn't come back, and so now they're in peril from something, because they're supposed to do it on a schedule. And so every night, or so yeah. And so she makes some decision to help that out. Anyway, it just sounded interesting. I don't know anybody who's read it, but it sounded like a fantasy romance to me. And I don't know how long it's a debut, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know how long of a series it's supposed to be either, but I'm pretty sure it was book 1. Yeah. It's a trilogy. So it's Thorn Witch Trilogy. I didn't see that. Sorry. Anyway, so I picked that up on a whim. Anybody read that? Let me know. And then the last one I picked up was mostly for March Mystery Madness, but I've really been interested to see this since I saw people talking about it last year. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. So I really just think this would be interesting. I'm not sure I'm going to get along with it because it's a different structure, and again, not all narrative style works for everybody. But I'm curious because it talks about how everybody's killed somebody and then, you know, somebody dies, I'm not sure. I didn't look into it that much because I've just heard so much about this. So, but that was the other one I bought. So you'll have to let me know on that. So that is all the books that I bought. Just really quick, I did purchase this thing and I'm not sure what to do about it. And if anybody has any videos that they know of that talk about how to do this. Oh, I can't get the box open. Oh, this was a bad idea. Oh, okay. So I bought one of those scanners so that, because I really want to put my library on my, on the computer. So I bought one of these scanners, but I am not sure how to even really start it or activate it. The instructions are so pathetic. So I don't know what to do on this. I know that there's some websites like, is it Liab or Liab, something like, there's a couple of websites that do that. If you know any good websites, let me know. I know I signed up for one of them, but I do want to do that because I have so many books, like, a lot, hundreds and hundreds, a couple thousand maybe. Anyway, point is that I know mostly my books, but as I get older, I might not always remember everything I have, but I'd like to have a list of everything, of what I've read and what I haven't read, because I don't really have a good percentage in my head of what, is read and unread, and which ones are waiting for, I have to wait for other books to read them before I can read that, kind of thing. And I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do that, but everybody always talks about just scanning it and it works, but I don't know if there's some setup to do with the, the scanner. Anybody have any clue? Any videos that you know of, or somebody I should watch to talk about that? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Anyway, I did buy that this month. I haven't, as I said, I barely pulled it out of the box. I just have not had time to sit down and look at that. I might do that the next few weeks, is maybe take some time to look for some videos on how to do that. But if you have any recommendations or tell me how easy it was for you, let me know. Other than that, that's all my books. There is Cooper. He shows up at the end. If any of these books you think I should read sooner rather than later, let me know which ones, if there's any of them that you know more about that I don't know anything about and you liked them, let me know. Anyway, I'm going to try for March to be less than this. January I was way over, and this is much more reasonable at 14. Still, it's more than I want to be buying and bringing in, because especially when I was rereading so much, I did not get that many books off my TBR this month. So I'm definitely in the negative. I did not do my numbers for this. Just know that I am at least a plus, I think plus 19 is what I kind of estimate. 18, 19, I'm over what I had at the beginning of the year. So I've definitely added to my collection, and I didn't, because I didn't unhaul anything from this month. It was just, I'm pretty sure it's 6 books I have to add, and I had 12. I was already 12 over last month, and so I think it's 18. I think I'm 18 over so far this year. Not good. Anyway, I will have to do better about that. So we're working on it. We'll see how. Chris and I just bought a whole bunch of books for that gift card, and I still have another $50 gift card that I can use. So I'm not spending a lot of money this month, but I could buy books because of that. So we'll see what happens. But maybe I'll read a lot of books off my TBR this week, or this month. Why do I keep saying week? Anyway, so that's it. Let me know if you bought anything good in February. And me and Cooper, we'll see you later. Bye.